Hello, this is Eric Meeks with Remax Desert Properties taking a look at a $1.4 million home in Indian Wells. This home has a fantastic location on Fairway Drive, which is a very quiet part of the street. Earlier today when I first heard about this home, I thought it was in the busier part, but it is not. This is a great location. There's going to be a couple of cars coming down here in 1 second, but let's start with the pan of the neighborhood. Okay, everything is well maintained. All the houses are in excellent shape. This home, I didn't look at the date on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 1950s or 60s home on the style of it. However, it has been heavily modified, updated, and is in excellent condition. Let's go inside and take a look. As we come in here, you have a high arching overhang coming into the home, so your friends who come and visit you aren't standing out in the sunshine or in the rain. Extra wide doors, they're normal height. I mean, these are probably 7-foot doors, but they're over 3 feet wide on each door. So if you've got a baby grand piano or a Wolf refrigerator or stove, plenty of room to get it in here. Now, I believe this home has been opened up. So if you'll notice here, this overhang that's on it, that was probably a solid wall at one point, but it's been taken from a mid-century modern home to a 21st century modern home. And I believe the builder did a good job. We've got larger than normal tile here. This is probably about 16, 18-inch tile that's through the home. We'll have to see if it's been in every room. As a matter of fact, I see over here on the right that it is not. That bedroom is different. They probably kept some older original tile there, but it looks in excellent condition. I think I'm going to start with that room to begin with to get our tour going. So as we go over here to the right, this is probably what was at one time a couple of rooms that were chopped up. That's a king-size bed. And if you notice, you've got about 4 feet over on the left-hand side and a little over 4 feet on the right-hand side. So you can have a couple of people sharing this room and be very, very comfortable. See if I can back that up just a hair. Be very, very comfortable with the amount of space you have. This was probably an oddball addition at one point that got enclosed or a separate room at one point in the history, but now they've really opened it up. By adding this window here, putting this window in the space, it allows the light to flow into the room, but still gives the bed itself a little bit of shadow. So the early morning light, which would come through this window, the sun often rises right off in this direction right there. You're going to get that later in the morning. That's probably going to be somewhere between 8 and 10 a.m., depending on the time of the day. But it will come in the room, which allows you an excellent place here. If you have a laptop you use a lot, you like to write, you need a private place to pay bills, whatever it is, you've got a very nice private desk. Over here you have a closet that's in. Look, we've got this good-looking guy over here. He follows me around all the time. Nice to see you. Over here you have a bathroom. This bathroom has been updated, okay? This flooring looks like maybe it's been around a while, but the tiling on the walls, definitely the paint. I can see some of the ventings up here have been changed. There's now recessed lighting, which is of a more modern flair. A large walk-in shower, which is nice. That's a shower built for 3. And then you've got dual vanity sinks here. So his and hers spots, or his and his, or hers and hers, whatever is your preference. Room for everybody. Okay, very nice touch. I like that we haven't lost the essence of the mid-century part of the home. There are elements to it, like this louvered door here, that are remaining. The floor plan layout. See if nice big closet. Okay, that's excellent use of space there. Somebody will feel like they've got a very good private space. And that's not the master bedroom, even though it is a second master. I'm going to go ahead and walk through the master right now, or in my opinion what is. Because the other one, you might want to take it as a master bedroom. See, I believe this was the original master, updated. Again, another king bed, 4 feet plus on this side, roughly 4 feet over there. A nice slider going out to the main outdoor area, which would have been indicative of the master bedroom. Closet, good size. Oh, it goes over there. But honestly, the other closet had a little better use of hanging stuff. So this was probably the original master, and it has been expanded in ways. This was probably an outdoor breezeway space between the homes that somebody in the past has enclosed. They took what was originally a Roman tub element where you would step down into it, and instead it's been tiled off with a rain shower head and a deep soaking tub over there. Not a jacuzzi tub, but a deep soaking tub. Look in there. But that's definitely a bathtub that somebody who likes to have a leisurely warm bath would really enjoy. The mirror here, I like how those light up. It's just excellent use of space and lighting. Should have flipped down the seat on the toilet, but oh well, shame on me. Only a single vanity sink though. Okay, notice that, which again indicative that this was probably the master bedroom at one time, but then the way that the house was reconfigured with those rooms over on the other side allows that to now be the main master bedroom suite. As we go in here into the main living areas, we have a dining room area that's set up. Good use of space. The ceilings have been opened up with it here. I believe a wall was taken out there at the entry. There may have even been some walls over here that were removed, so a separate den is now part of the main living space. We'll go over to the kitchen here in a few minutes. You're going to like that on it. But lots of big oversized sliders. Those are at least 8 feet tall. Windows over on that side. A narrower set of sliders over there, but the same height. And then off in here, we have a nice guest bedroom. This here probably was more of a den at one time, but it does have the closets built in, and those look like they've been here for a while. They match up with the drop ceiling here, making room for the AC to come through. So that's probably original. I wonder though if there could have been a wet bar in that location once upon a time, and now it's, I don't know, just kind of a dresser that's built in for you, some storage space. Nice bedroom for a guest, though. Regular type of closet, but everything fresh and nice and new. As we come over this way here, I got to tell you, I like how they did the fireplace. They left the threshold. Is that a threshold on the bottom? No. Anyways, they left the bottom part here. That's original brick. I can tell that they painted in. That's just a regular cinder block that's on its side, but it's nice, and it makes for a nice big threshold on the bottom. The fireplace itself is extra wide. That's probably a good 5 feet, which if you had the logs in there, and I am certain that this fireplace would work with natural wood, given the age of this home, it would allow for a very warm day in the winter time. Today would have been a day that you might have done. It's kind of cold in here. As we look at the kitchen, you have a kind of an informal dining area, and you have the counter space here for guests to do it. So if you were doing a Thanksgiving here or something, there'd be plenty of room for everybody. Also, what's nice, this is not for every buyer, but if you'll notice the flooring, it's very, very smooth with a narrow gap on it. If somebody is in a wheelchair or has handicap issues, this is a very easy floor to maneuver around on. It's going to be very comfortable for them. There's a lot of cabinets down low, nice wide countertops, and then the upper stuff. So you can adapt the home for multiple people's needs depending on where they're at in their life. The Viking stove is nice, and the hood fan. I probably would have gone with a 6-burner stove instead of a 4, but what can I say? It's nice. It is a nice touch. This size of home, I could see there being 10 or more people gathering in here at times. So a 6-burner stove, but there is a lot of storage space as I'm looking at it in here, and it's at least been refaced. Well, they probably put in all new cabinets. It's nice shape in there. But lots of cabinet space. Again, a Viking a dishwasher there. Over here you've got an under-counter microwave, and then a Viking wine refrigerator. So it's just good use of space, leaving all the countertops clear. I could see a buffet of food spread out for you and all of your guests. Let's go outside now, because so far we've seen 3 bedrooms, but remember this is a 4-bedroom. So we're going to take a look at the casita over here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's just do a pan of the backyard. Nice grass space, so if somebody's got a dog they want to do, if they want to throw a frisbee with the grandkids, you can do that, or just work on your golf swing, whatever it is. Maybe you want to start a vegetable garden. You've got the space for that here in the yard. It is a rectangular shaped pool. It's old school deep. This is probably 7-8 feet in deep, And with the square edges here, if somebody likes to swim laps, that's a pool that you can get a good fitness routine going in. Nice wide steps, making it easy entrance to get in with the handrail there. So for all ages, and it is kind of a darker shade of plaster in there, which is going to warm up a little bit in the summer, but that's going to help you in the winter time maintain some breath of warmth, okay, in your water. I wonder here, I don't want to drop my phone. It's cold enough that you're not going to want to get it. You're going to use the heater, but it would probably stretch more into the fall where you wouldn't have to do that. Nice little sitting area here on the outside. I'm not sure if the furniture is included on this home. We may have to ask for that if that's your intention, but we can research that at a later date if you're interested. There is a 2-car garage through that gate, which technically has the front door into the casita. This is where the breezeway is, okay, with the home. I believe that in the original construction, there was probably not even a garage door on the front of this. That may not have been built at the time. And somebody would have just walked through here and had not a garage, but a carport with it. One last thing before we go into there. Just some outdoor storage here. That does lock, so if somebody wants to have a privacy closet, you could have that if you were renting out, some space here in the home. It's a nice casita. Every teenager I know would like to have this room. You got room to put a big screen TV on the wall. You got enough storage space there. You could put a dresser, a lowboy dresser underneath here. If you needed it over here, you've got the closet. So this is a little funky, but hey, we're only talking the casita, right? So like that's the garage. So somebody who is staying here in the casita is probably going to come through the garage. Those doors, I think, go to heater and air conditioning units. So I don't think you would come in that way. But if we back up this way here, we're looking, I mean, what person couldn't imagine themselves, is this the Palm Springs lifestyle or what? Waking up in the bed, looking at a pool, you probably got some palm trees over there. If I was laying down, I'd be able to see their fronds. A bathroom here that is luxury enough. A shower there where you could bring a friend in. You've got plenty of room here on that. That good looking guy who followed us around earlier, there he is again. Nice tile through here. Again, wake up in a bed. That's a queen size bed, by the way, but still lots of room on each side. Plenty of room here for the cement also in the backyard. So if you need a larger sitting area, if you want to put a fire pit out here, if you have a ping pong table, if you have any of those types of things that you really want to do, high top over there would be a good place. If you wanted to come outside and work on a laptop, you could do that. But I like the home. I do. 1.4 million. I think it's a fair price for all you're getting. We'll have to find out about the furniture, nearly 2,600 square feet. And I'm wondering if we've got any mountain views. No, the bushes are too tall. There is mountains that way, but the neighboring bushes are too tall to see them. So it's more of a privacy backyard. And there you have it. My name is Eric Meeks. I think we're going to end up here on the pool. Well, no, let's go inside. We'll do the kitchen. My name's Eric Meeks. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this home. Call me if you're interested. Bye-bye.